How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another Tressa's Collectibles gameplay video. My name is Mike, and joining me today, as always, is Randall, aka Shizukatz.
How's it going, everybody?
And today's gameplay video is going to be featuring our second match of the gameplay of Tokyo Revengers. I am going to be using the deck that I profiled on the channel, 8 hands featuring the level 1 Mikey into the level 3 Baji. If you guys haven't watched that video, go ahead and check it out. But basically, the game plan is to get a lot of stock and hand to be able to play the very explosive Baji finisher that allows us to attack multiple times and also burn one 5+ times.
Yeah. Using the 3-2 Mikey, he basically climax combo changes into the Mikey by sacrificing all your stock and all your hand and all your board.
Yeah, definitely a very big all-in combo. If you don't kill them, if you're finished with the Baji, then you're probably dead.
Yeah. Combination of him not healing and also shoving a bunch of clean cards to the bottom of your deck, right?
Through the marker Mikey effect, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, on my end, I'm going to be playing a new to the channel build of that time I got reincarnated as a slime. This is, I guess, what we like to call the Clinton special, named after Clinton Chan, who played this build at a team BSF to great success. And so it's basically a normal Tensura build with level 1 Shizu into things like the Shizu early play, but it adds in a finisher element with the 3-2 Shizu from the second set of Tensura, which has a free burn 4 on top of an on-play search. So you could potentially get a lot of explosive finishing options out of the end game compared to the normal Tensura decks, which usually just play for memory compression and healing and living.
Yeah, I think the trade-off is definitely one that is potentially well worth it of, sacrificing running a better trigger, even though it is empty in the red gate climax. You sacrifice that trigger to run a book, which, oftentimes is probably worse, but in exchange, you do get an actual explosive finisher with reach compared to the old deck, which would basically just run the Middle Clock Shooter burner. But then you wouldn't really have that much reach, and you kind of just need to rely on canceling a bunch and compressing to win the game.
Now, that being said, even though I am playing a compression-based memory deck, your endgame does a lot of ping ones that can kind of just undermine the compression. Because, normally, if I am really compressed and you're swinging for 3s and 4s, then it's those are pretty easy cancels. But if it's 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2... Yeah. That's not quite as easy to deal with. Alright. So I'm going first. I'm going to discard 2.
I'll go ahead and discard... I'll discard 1.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Alright, let's do it. Draw for turn. I'm going to start by clocking a 3-2 Shizu. Draw 2. And for our opening play, I'm going to go with the level 0 Shizu.
Okay.
That when she gets reversed during your turn, I can pay 1 to save her. And we'll go in for a direct attack for 2.
Okay. 1, 2. 2's good.
And over to you.
Draw for turn. Go ahead and clock this level 2 Draken. Don't need him quite yet. Draw 2 cards. Okay, I think we're just gonna start off with 2 Takemichis. This Takemichi, if I have 1 or less other characters on my board, gets 2, 5, and 1 level. And then when he's reversed, if I have 2 less memory, he can go to memory. So, pretty solid turn 1. Hopefully, Randall can't respond to these very well. I'm gonna go ahead in front here.
4K is kind of big.
And that's for 1.
Take the 1. And then I will use my on reverse effect to pay 1. And then she rests herself, and then at the start of the next encore step, she will go to memory.
Okay, and then I'll go ahead and direct with this Takemichi, and that's for 2.
1, 2. Take the 2. Alright, stand and draw. We'll clock another Shizu. Draw 2. Let's go with... Let's see. I can tie 1, which is better than nothing. So we'll play our Head of the Monsters Rimuru. He gains 1000 power if I have 2 or more other Demon Continent characters. And so for my second other character, I'll play Shuna, and I'll use her on-play effect to minus 500 here.
Okay.
So now I'm 2500 to your 35, but with my Shizu's effect, I can get another 2k or another 1k power here.
Yep, Shizu pumps on attack another character for 500 times every one of your other characters.
Yeah, so if I have 2 other characters besides her, then she pumps 1k on attack, and we'll be able to tie. So we'll go in for the direct attack, and then I will pump the Rimuru up to 3/5. This is gonna be for 3.
1, 2, 3. 3's good.
All right, and then I will crash here for 1 and book. I will draw a card.
Okay, and 1. 1 is good. Let's see what I want to level. I definitely want blue, so I think I'll go ahead and level my level 0 Mitsuya. And call it a day there. My Takemichi is reversed, and I will go ahead and send it to memory.
All right, and then with my start of encore step. So this goes to memory, and then this will go to waiting room, and I will use his on death effect, discarding another 3/2 Shizu, and we will use the Fukujiro effect to look at up to 4 cards from the top for a level 1 or higher card, and I'm going to take the level 1 Shizu.
Yeah, solid grab. Alright, I'm gonna stand and draw. Okay, gonna go ahead and clock the level 3 Mikey to draw 2. Okay, let's see. So I think I'm gonna start off with, let's see. So I'm gonna start with a Brainstorm. I do have a level 1 Mikey in my waiting room. If I hit that, that can be pretty nice for me. So this is a salvage Brainstorm that Mitsuya is. If I hit 1, I can salvage, and I do hit 1. So I can salvage a character. And let's go ahead and grab the level 1 Mikey and add it to my hand. I'm also going to play this level 0 Hina. On play, I can pay 1 and clock myself to search my deck for a level 1 or lower character and add it to my hand. And since I already got my 2 copies of Mikey, I am going to now grab one of my back rows that I'm missing, the level 0 Mitsuya. The support allows me to save one of my characters at the start of my opponent's attack phase, allowing me to recur the Mikey combo over and over again. And then Hinata also has a on play I can shuffle 2 characters back to my deck effect, but I think I'm good on that. Alright, so I'll go ahead and play down the Mitsuya, and then I'll go ahead and play a Mikey. And I think we'll just go and try to hit Randall for a bunch of damage. I'm gonna go ahead and play my 1k1. This is the level 1 Mikey climax. And start swinging.
Alright, as long as I can get 1 cancel, I'm pretty down.
Direct for 3.
1, 2, 3. Level up. So we have red incoming. That doesn't really help. I'm going to level one of the copies of my 3/2 Shizu for blue.
Okay. And then next we'll go ahead and direct with the Takemichi. This is 4/4.
Okay. Cancel.
There we go. Okay, and then direct with Mikey 4/3.
1. Ooh, 2 cancels.
Okay, and then at the start of my encore, if I have the climax and I have 5 or less hand, I can reveal that I have another copy of the Mikey in my hand, send the Mikey to stock, and then send the climax to waiting room to look at up to the top 4 cards of my deck and add up to 4 revenge characters.
Wow, no climaxes.
Pretty lucky.
So we have what? Mitsuya?
So we have the stock charger Takemichi, we have another Brainstorm, the level 3 Mikey, and then another Mitsuya back row.
Yeah, so the really nice thing about this particular profile in combination with the level 0 Mitsuya is that even though you're adding a bunch of random stuff off the top, you can just discard that random stuff for Mitsuya's effect to save something on your board.
Yeah, so basically allows me to make my Mikey have hand encore, turning any card advantage into basically actual card advantage with the Mikey.
Yeah, which is really, really nice.
Alrighty, so that's it for me. I am at 7 hand and over to you.
Alright, I will draw for a turn. So I need to clock yellow here because I kind of want to be able to potentially play Ramorous this turn. Let's see. We're going to start by playing an anti-magic mask. So this allows me to search my deck for 1 character, add it to my hand, and then this goes to memory. So I will get the Demon Lord Ramorous. Okay. And then I will play the Ramorous. Using her effect on play, I can pay 1 to summon a cost 0 from my waiting room, and then at the start of, or at the end of the turn, if the character I summoned is still on stage, it goes to memory. And then so we'll play a level 1 Shizu, and we'll play a second level 1 Shizu. And let's see, so if I play a climax, I'm gonna go up to 8 hand with the 2 combos, so I do want to play 1 more card. And I'm going to play... I think we'll actually put this back here. And then I'll play a level 0 Chloe. And I'll use her on play effect, discarding a Demon Continent character to search for a mask.
Okay.
Okay, so this mask goes to my hand.
Alrighty.
Alright, and then I will play my 1k1 climax for the Shizu combo, and then I will proceed to attack phase where you have timing on your Mitsuya.
Okay, so I will go ahead and activate my back row Mitsuya, discard any card from my hand, so I'm going to discard this level 3 climax that I have, and then I'm going to put Mikey underneath him as a marker, and then he'll come back at the start of my next turn.
Alright.
Alrighty.
So that's a great way to guarantee one Mikey, and then in order to try to get a second one back to maybe combo again, you can use the Brainstorm.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so let's go first with the Chloe. So this is fronting for 4-5, since she gains 15 on play.
Yep.
This is 4-2.
1, 2. 2's good.
Alright, next let's go in with the first Shizu. So when she attacks, she gains 2k power, and I mill 2. And I add up the levels of the 2 cards I milled and salvage something of that level or lower. I milled 2 zeros, so I can salvage a level 0. I will salvage the level 0 Trial Deck Rimuru.
Mm-hmm.
And this is going to be for 2.
Okay. 1, 2. 2 is good. When Takemichi is reversed, since I have Pure Lesson Memory still, I will go ahead and also send this Takemichi to memory.
Mm-hmm. And then I will direct with this one, milling a 3 and a 1. And with this one, I'm going to... I think I'm going to grab another level 1 combo.
Okay.
And this is going to be for 3.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. 3's good. Level. Okay, so I already have blue here, and then I will be getting in red, so I think I'll go ahead and level a yellow card.
Okay, and then this was the one that I played off of the Ramorous, so this one goes to memory.
Mm-hmm. Alright,
and
start of my turn, Mikey comes back, and I draw for turn. Alrighty, let's see. I am out 3 right now.
This Brainstorm's gonna hit a lot, or you have a lot of climaxes in your hand.
And I do know I have 1 Mikey in my weight room. My first trigger is a Mikey, and my last stock is also a Mikey, so we know where all our Mikeys are. So if we clock draw, we're not going to draw any Mikeys. So the only way we can get any Mikeys back is with our Brainstorm or with the Mucho, which are both copies are also in the waiting room. My thought process right now is that if I do Brainstorm and I do hit with the Mikey, it is kind of an odd situation where I won't have enough deck to completely top check before with the Mikey Climax combo to get full advantage. I think I don't want to clock either way though, so I think starting with the Brainstorm either way is correct, because I think I'm always going to be playing the Mikey combo this turn. So I'm going to start with the Brainstorm. 1, 2, 3, 4, hit 2, so I salvage 2. So with that knowledge, I could maybe go for, let's see, attack, blind stock, attack, blind stock, attack, activate Mikey. So I could blind stock twice with Takemichi, and that will allow me to refresh and then going into Encore Step, I will have a whole new deck for Mikey to activate with. So that probably is a pretty good idea. Let's give a quick count to my hand size, because I do need 5 or less hand at the start of Encore. So if I play my 2 Takemichis and a Climax, I will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards in hand. So I can just play over something, I guess, just to get that hand size condition met again. But I think the plan of double stocking with the Takemichi is pretty good, because I do also just want to generate a bunch of stock going into my level 3. So I think I'll go with these 2 salvages.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, hold on. No.
Oh wait, you need the Mikey.
Yeah, I need the Mikey. Okay, I need the Mikey. Okay. What now then? Let's see. So I guess the double Takemichi play wouldn't really be a thing anymore, unless I also want to give up salvaging the Baji. Alternatively, I could just Brainstorm again. But that kind of seems like not very good value. If anything, I'm also thinking about getting a level 0 Mucho to discard this other Climax I have in my hand. But if I do want to activate a full Mikey combo, I will need to mill through the rest of this deck. Where are the rest of my level 3 Bajis? I have one in my weight room and one here. Okay, I think I'm just going to brainstorm again and just make sure I go through my deck. So in that case, I am going to go with these two as my salvage targets. And then I'll go ahead and play another brainstorm.
Yep.
Activate brainstorm effect. Hit 1.
So in this case, would you pick up Mucho to discard the Climax?
Yeah, I think I will want to go for just a better refresh here. So I'm going to pick up Mucho. On play, Mucho will discard a Climax, reveal the top card of my deck, and can salvage a level 0 or lower.
So now this puts you at 7 Climax and waiting room, right?
Correct. I think I'm just gonna go with another Mucho. Add it to my hand. Okay. And now we start playing over things.
So how many cards in hand now?
Actually, hold on. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards in hand. 2, 3. Okay, this is fine. So I'm gonna start playing over things. And play my Takemichi here. And then I will want to just play another character, just so I have the hand size prerequisite fulfilled again. So I'll just go ahead and play another Mitsuya. This
So
puts me at 6 hand, and then after I play the Climax, I'll go to 5 hand.
Sounds good.
Okay. Go ahead and play 1k1. And then we'll go ahead and let's see. Does order matter? How many Climaxes are you out?
6.
6.
There are 3 of each.
Okay. So you're probably left with 1 Climax in deck, possibly 1 to 2. You did mill a level 4 and salvage a level 1 Shizu, so that kind of makes me think that you are planning on just playing the Shizu combo again next turn, which makes me think you have another Pants. So I think I'll go ahead and swing with the Takemichi last, and then maybe see if you'll cancel and reveal a non-character or event on the next deck. So we'll go ahead and direct first, and that's for 3.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Take 3.
Refreshing 7.
Yep.
There you go.
Right, and then refresh penalty.
Yeah. Okay. Next off, we're gonna. Well, you've got 3 cards in deck? 4 cards?
I have 4 cards.
And let's go ahead with this front. And then this is for 3.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Level up. And then, so I need yellow at this point. I am not getting very many ideal
level targets.
I mean, I do have this coming in with a refresh point on top of it, so maybe I just don't level yellow. And I just level something else.
Maybe you just don't worry about yellow for now.
Yeah. I think I'll just level a mask in that case.
Okie dokie.
And then this will just be my yellow.
Sure. And then finally, we'll go ahead in front with the Takemichi, and this is for 3.
Why are you triggering so much?
So you're 6 back with 2 missing 1 of each, huh? Okay.
Well, that trigger means I have more chance to cancel now.
That just sounds to me like you're gonna go to 2-5.
Please no. Alright. Show me the money. Alright, so since the new refresh rules, I take refresh penalty in the middle of this damage. Alright, that's fine. And now we get the cancel, right? No cancel. I'm sad.
Okay, so Takemichi will activate on reverse if I have any climax in play. I can blind stock 1.
And then my ability, I reveal top, and then it is a character, so Shizu goes to memory.
Okay, and then at the start of my encore, I can reveal the Mikey if I have 5 or less hand, and send it to stock, and then send the climax to waiting room, and look at up to the top 4 and add up to 4 characters.
These are not sideways, Mike.
These are definitely not sideways. Since this does already put me at full hand, I'll just stop here.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright, now what's really nice is that I actually really wanted this card. So I'm down. I'm kind of down. Okay. Let's see. What is our plan this turn? We can play these 4, push this up, get 1 card back off combo. That sounds reasonable enough. So I will not clock. You already did quite enough damage to me last turn. I'm going to play my 3/2 Shizu, who has early play condition of having 2 or more copies of the level 1 Shizu in my memory.
Right.
So I'll pay 2, and then she heals 1 on play. And then play level 1 Rimuru and level 1 Shizu. I'll use the Rimuru's effect, resting himself to marker a character from my waiting room. And then next turn, I can rest him again to send that card from marker to my stock.
Right.
Get me more stock. Alright, and then I guess this is better power lineup wise, because this is bigger. Alright, we're good to go. So I will play my 1k1.
Okay, and then now I have option of using my Mitsuya. So we don't have a Mikey Climax in our hand anymore, so if we did want to Climax combo again, we would just have to draw into it. How realistic is that? Considering we probably don't even want to clock next turn. It might be better value to save the Takemichi instead, because he's base 5/5 and he can contest his level 1s. Whereas the Mikey, I would not only have to hit a Brainstorm to salvage another Mikey, and I would also have to salvage or draw into a Climax. Given those odds, I think since I am basically just have enough resources to go into level 3 the turn after, I'll go ahead and discard this level 3 Takemichi support to save my level 1 Takemichi.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna start with the front attack with the Ramrus first. And so this is gonna be for 2.
Okay. 1, 2, cancel.
Alright, now that the cancel's out of the way, we swing 4.
No, there's another one coming.
For 5.
1, 2,
Goodbye, Mike.
3.
Goodbye.
Oh no. 5.
Hey.
Level. Now I just need red. Let's go ahead and level that Takemichi there.
Okay. Then I will front attack with my Shizu, and then on attack, climax combo, mill 2. We're looking for the level 3 Shizu here. 1.
Oh, it's so good.
So I will salvage my level 3 Shizu.
Yeah.
And then this is gonna be for 2.
Okay. 1, 2. 2's good. Alrighty.
I can dig it.
My turn. Takemichi comes back and we draw. Alrighty. So this is not the worst case scenario, though we did take a bunch of damage. So we have 2 options here. We can try to live another turn and hope we are not dead next turn. Since we took all that damage, we do still have a good amount of climaxes left in our deck. The alternate option is to go for the kill this turn with the level 3 Baji. Since I do actually have the Takemichi to help me stock charge, I can play the Baji and also pay 1 to salvage his own climax, while still having enough stock to activate the Baji at the end of my attack. So that is a line I can go for.
So normally you need 5 stock going into your attack phase, because you attack 3 times and then Baji needs 8 at the end of his attack.
Correct.
But in this case you can go down to 4 because Takemichi gets you 1 extra.
So from our knowledge of the situation, Randall has... From our knowledge of the situation, Randall has 2 climaxes out.
Yep.
So he has 6 left. How much deck do you have?
Let's see. I have 5, 10, 15, 20 exactly.
So 6 and 20. We need to do 10 points of damage. We have 4 swings and 5 burn ones. So realistically, we would probably need to stick at least 2 of the swings, and he's in 6 and 20. If we compare that to the odds of us surviving the following turn, we are currently out 3, so we have 5 climaxes left in our deck. Though we do know that Randall already does have the book in his hand, and he did salvage the Shizu, so he is definitely getting 2 burns off for burn 4 in the following turn. I am at 3-3. So I don't put my chances of living next turn to be particularly high in this instance, so I think I will go ahead and just directly go for the Baji finisher here. Because I think the percentage chance of me killing him this turn is higher than the percentage chance of me surviving the following turn.
Especially when you account for, like, so the 4s are lethal by themselves, but there would also be a bunch of 3 swings.
Correct.
And then because of your deck size,
I probably will refresh.
Right.
So I will just
it would just be everything's lethal.
Yeah. Okay, so let's go ahead and go for the Baji combo. Luckily, we do have one of his climax in the waiting room, so we're going to go ahead and play the level 3 Baji. And then on play, I can pay 1 and salvage a climax from my waiting room, so we'll go ahead and salvage his own climax. And let's see. What should we do about our last slot? Realistically, we can kind of just push this front row and then play another guy to fulfill board condition. It doesn't really matter what we play here, I think. I guess we can play the Mucho just to see what the top card is. So we'll go ahead and play the Mucho. I'm going to discard this level 3 Mikey to reveal the top card of our deck. It's a climax, so I salvage a level 0 lower, since the climaxes are treated as level 0. Let's just go ahead and grab the Hinata.
So Baji discards anything, right? Yeah.
Baji discards anything.
Yeah, so you could actually trigger that and then grab a climax and then discard it for the cost.
Mm-hmm.
What was the card you grabbed, by the way?
The Hinata Riki.
Okay.
There is like slight consideration for me to like activate the Hinata's on-play effect to shuffle 2 cards back so the climax isn't on the top of my deck. However, I don't put my chances of living very high anyways after the Baji turn, since like we mentioned at the start of the video, our deck is just going to be full of clean cards because we're sending a bunch of markers to the bottom of our deck afterwards. If anything, the trigger might be helpful to us to allow these to swing for 3. So I think we'll just go ahead and leave that as is.
Okay, so what's your hand size now?
6.
Oh, so you're more than good enough.
Yeah, we're good on hand size. Alrighty, so let's go ahead with the 1k1.
Man, Baji's about to mess me up.
And since it is a trigger on the first attack, we'll go ahead and swing with one of our 2 soul beaters first. So front with the Takemichi for 3, and I'll go ahead and just salvage this climax here. So that's for 3.
1, 2, perfect.
Oh no.
We gotta cancel, and then when you reverse me, you first.
I will go ahead and blind stock for the Takemichi.
And then I will reveal the top card and send this to memory.
Okay. Okay, next we'll go ahead in front with the Mucho, and this is for 2.
1, 2, take 2.
Okay, and then Mucho's reversed, and then we'll go ahead in front with the Baji. This is for 3.
1, 2, 3 cancel.
Oh no, those cancels are really bad for me. Alright, so I don't think I have lethal anymore since I have 5 burn 1s and a swing for 2.
You would have to trigger on the Mikey attack, and all 5 burn 1s would have to stick. So that's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in a deck that has 4 climaxes left. So the
bottom 4 would need to be exactly 4 climaxes.
Exactly these 4. Yeah.
And you are also at 3-6, so you can't just clock.
I'm at 2-6.
Oh, 2-6, yeah. You're at 2-6, so you can't just clock 2. Just go to level 3.
Yeah.
I triggered a climax, so I'm out 4. So I have 4 left in deck. 4 left in a deck of 9. Is that good enough odds to survive? Honestly, it might be better odds than me activating Climax Combo right now.
Well, look at it this way. If you activate Climax Combo and you don't kill me,
I'm just dead.
I go through all 4 of your climaxes, and then
I'm dead.
You have 5 clean on the bottom, guaranteed.
So since the odds of me getting lethal with the Baji combo activating this turn is just
actually like almost 0.
Like there's only one deck configuration that allows me to win the game here. I will go ahead and I think I have to pass turn here.
Okay. So I will stand and draw. And we do need to clock to go to 3 to do our finisher. So we will clock here. I guess the least useful card is more Shizu combos, I guess. Yeah, these can all be useful in some way.
Yeah.
All right, draw 2 cards. And then we're going to play our 3/2 Shizu. And then when she's placed on stage from hand, I can search my deck for up to 1 character. I will grab another copy of the Shizu.
Yeah.
And
So the Shizu, in order to get that free burn force, you do need 4 or more memory. But the cool part about running the Shizu in this particular deck is this deck just naturally gets a lot of memory in the first place.
yeah, 4 memory is child's play. All right, so. Oh wait, no, actually, I'm gonna go back in when I play this one. So.
Yeah.
All right, so I play the second Shizu.
Uh-huh.
We'll grab a trigger.
Sure.
Just to reduce the chances of overswing. All right, now we cut.
There you go.
Okay, then we can use our Rimmer's effect, resting him to send that to stock. And I think we probably want a swing for 3 instead of a swing for 4, because
The swing for 3 is lethal when I refresh.
yeah, taking the refresh point into account, it's basically lethal anyways. Okay, now is there anything else I needed to watch out for? No, not really. I guess you could Mitsuya one of them, and then it becomes directs for 4s, but I mean, like, these are attacking anyway, so...
Correct.
So we will just go ahead and play our 1k1 climax and go into attack phase.
And then I will activate my Mitsuya. I'm going to discard this climax that I salvaged to save the Baji, so in the off chance that I survive, I will be able to use the Baji again next turn, and this also allows me to just get 1 more climax back in my waiting room when I refresh, so I have a higher chance of survival.
Alright, here we go. So I will direct first with the Shuna for 3.
1, 2, 3.
No, and then alright. So I will direct. I will use the burn effect to burn 4.
Yep.
And then this is for 4.
1, 2.
And then I will. We might as well side attack.
Sure.
So I will side attack. I will. Oh, this goes to memory after. Oh, that's at the beginning of Encore. Okay. So I will side. I will burn 4.
Yes.
And then this is for 3 or for 2.
And I do take it, but since the new refresh rule makes me take damage immediately, I don't finish the damage on this at all. And that does do it for that game. I think I actually blind stocked the climax too.
Oh, off of the
Takemichi, yeah. So I actually only had 3 climaxes left.
Okay, that was a fast-paced game for sure.
That was definitely very fast-paced. I think in terms of like the game plan, things went pretty well for me, but then I kind of just didn't cancel.
Yeah, like took 7 like 2 turns in a row.
Yeah, I think I could have probably recovered if I canceled like decently on your Shizu climax combo turn, but then getting hit to 2 straight away was unfortunate. And it wasn't even about the fact that for example, I actually had 4 climaxes in my hand on my climax combo turn for the first turn, but it wasn't about like just climax flooding, because I could get rid of them pretty easily with the Mitsuya back row. And I still did have climaxes in my deck. It was just the problem of I needed those to cancel with.
Right. Which if you like actually like look at my hand, like my hand was basically the same situation, because I kind
of figured too.
I had 3 climaxes in my hand as well, so we just kind of drew all our climaxes and then we just kind of whacked each other.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But I think it goes. What was I gonna say? I think the game plan was at the very least. I was happy that we can at least showcase the game plan. Maybe this does call for maybe some healers in the deck, since we are currently not running any healers, but also at the same time, I'm not sure if those would have helped in this particular scenario.
Yeah, in the deck profile that you did, you discussed the possibility of running Hina.
Correct, because we are currently running these Drakens that allow us to more easily fight for board against specifically, like big walls and standby, but these don't really do anything against like traditional 1k1 decks. So maybe a healer would be more up your alley if you kind of just want them to be more useful in general. And we do also have other things to fight, big boards like the 1/1s and the anti-level bombs. But yeah, I think accessing the game here, I think it was probably just a slightly unlucky that how the game went how it did. But at the same time, I probably just needed one more turn, and then I could kind of like go off really well.
Right.
Because like our hand, we had like 2 additional Mikeys as well, so that like if we did get one more turn of like Stock Generation, we could play Mikeys alongside the Baji, and that could really give us the extra damage that we need.
Right.
It just so happened that we just took like 8.
Yeah. On this deck side, because this is the first time that we've ever shown this build on the channel, I especially liked how low resource the finisher turn is.
Yes. And it doesn't really even cost that much in terms of like the prerequisite memory, because a lot of your memory is just free.
You're doing it anyway.
Yeah, the level 1 Shizu going to memory by just top check condition, kind of.
And then
means,
also rammers.
Yeah,
too.
also rammers. And it really means that not only is it really consistent for you to be able to activate your 4 memory condition, but also you're not actually paying 1 star for each single one of these memory. So it's not as if you're like actually paying 4 in order to get a free burn. You're realistically paying maybe
1 or
like
2.
1 or 2, maybe 3. But either way, it's super consistent. And the Shizu on play effect, like Randall only needed to find 1 Shizu, and then that can go into multiple Shizus. Yeah. So I really dig the style, and I honestly don't think the book trigger is that bad either way. Obviously, being able to selectively salvage anything is nice with the empty red gate trigger, but I think book is not as bad as I think a lot of people make it out to be, especially if you have a really decent planets combo to go with it. Alrighty, so that does do it for this gameplay video. We will have another gameplay video coming up for Tokyo Revengers featuring a choice deck that is not super conventional.
But man, is it fun.
Yeah, you've heard of 8 choice, you've heard of 12 standby, but have you heard of 26 choice?
Is that how many the build is right now?
I think it's 26, yeah. I think the maximum possible is 28 choice for Tokyo Revengers, but in this particular list that we're about to showcase next video, we're going to be only running 26 triggers, so...
Only?
Yeah, so we'll see how that goes. But until next time, this has been Mike and Randall on the Tressa's Collectibles channel, and we'll see you guys in the next one.
See you guys there. Bye.